5 years after Hurricane Maria, which was devastating. And as I told you, Gov, when we spoke earlier this week, we're surging federal resources to Puerto Rico, and we'll do everything we can to meet the urgent needs you have, and we know they're real and they're significant, and we're there. An old bad joke, I'm from the federal government, I'm here to help, but we really are. I think I hope you're satisfied with the response so far. We'll be with the folks of Puerto Rico now, and until this is done, until we recover, and my wife and I were talking about it last night. We pray for I know the death toll is up a little bit, but all the people displaced and all the people who are just scared to death knowing what happened before, especially if you went through it last time. It's got to be incredibly intimidating. And on Sunday, even before the storm made landfall, I approved that declaration of disaster, the emergency disaster declaration, bringing the full force of the federal government to respond, knowing full well the catastrophic effects, how catastrophic they could be on communities that haven't even fully recovered from the last time, Gov, as you and I talked about. Thank you. And look, I asked FEMA Administrator Chris Wells, she's right here with me, to go down herself and assess the situation and make sure the people of Puerto Rico have everything they could possibly need that we could provide to help them get through this. And hundreds of FEMA and federal personnel are now there, including search and rescue teams, bilingual disaster survivor assistance teams, and U.S. Corps power restoration experts. I especially want to thank the local first responders. I want to say that again, the local first responders. I want to thank them, including the Puerto Rican National Guard, who've been working round the clock. And disasters are traumatic for survivors, but they're also traumatic for responders. It's real. And to experience so many disasters in the course of 5 years takes its toll. FEMA is making crisis counselors available across Puerto Rico, survivors and responders alike. And so please take advantage of these resources. It's okay to ask for help. This is a place you should ask for help. There's no credit for not asking for the help. Ask for help if you need it. And I want to thank the New York congressional delegation and Congresswoman Gonzalo Colon for her being here today. In particular, I want to thank the governor, Governor Hochul, and Mayor Adams, who are here. They've sent state troopers, emergency responders from New York, or the help of brothers and sisters in Puerto Rico, and there's a lot of them. I think maybe New York has about the largest Puerto Rican population in the country, and the state, I think, is the second largest, or close to that, if I'm not mistaken. Over a million. And we're all in this together, I promise you, Gov. We don't view this as some distant problem. And power is slowly returning, but it's returning, and more help is coming from utilities and the mainland. And we got water and other supplies available as well, and there's still dozens of shelters that are still available and open. But too many homes and businesses are still without power, without clean drinking water, and yesterday at the governor's request, I immediately approved an expedited major disaster declaration to provide individual and public assistance to help people and communities recover from and this declaration will get federal resources there quickly, and it's going to help people start rebuilding their lives. And as part of the declaration, I'm announcing today that I've authorized 100% federal funding for debris removal, search and rescue, power and water restoration, shelter and food for the whole month. 100%, so there's no cost at all, Governor, to you. I mean, there's a significant cost, I know, emotional cost and others, but whether it's 100% funding for debris removal, search and rescue, power and water restoration, and shelter and food for the month. And to the people of Puerto Rico who are still hurting from Hurricane Maria 5 years later, I know that they should know that we are with you. We're not going to walk away. We mean it. And I like the fact that she's going to speak in a minute, but had prepped for this as well, knowing what had to be done. And going forward, Gov, I told you, you have the phone number. You can call me personally anytime, and I mean it. This is really, really, really important to us. really important to us, and so we're not going to
Thank
walk
you.
away. And with that, let me say, God bless the people of Puerto Rico and our troops, and I'm going to now turn it over to the FEMA administrator.
All right, thank you, Mr. President. I would like to first welcome.
Let's we'll wait till the press.
Thank you. We're going out this way. We're going to exit this way. All right, thank you.
Just talk over you.
Thank you. Thank you, press. There's another entrance out here, another exit this way. Folks want to keep moving this way. Thank you. Thank you. All right, continue.